The fear of clowns runs deeper than just exaggerated features. It's as if they are the embodiment of something primal, something wrong. Their painted smiles stretch unnaturally wide, frozen in a grotesque mockery of joy, hiding the human underneath. It's the unknown, the unnatural, that makes your skin crawl. What lies beneath that mask of cheer? A friend or something darker? Their eyes are the worst. Behind the layers of paint and the synthetic glee, there's something watching, calculating. You know that their laughter doesn't always match their intentions. What happens when the laughter stops? Clowns thrive in the uncomfortable, moving erratically, their oversized shoes echoing like hollow drum beats. They get too close, too loud, and their unpredictability sends a shiver down your spine. There's a reason horror clowns exist in nightmares. Because they've always had that potential, teetering on the edge of comedy and chaos. And when the lights dim, the painted smile doesn't fade. It lingers in the dark, waiting. This is the story about the clown in the cul-de-sac. It was a warm summer night when the clown first appeared in the neighborhood. Jessica's dad, Peter, had been taking out the trash when he spotted it. A lone figure standing in the cul-de-sac under a flickering streetlight. The clown wore a filthy, patched suit, its once bright colors now muted with grime. Its face was painted white, the mouth stretched into a grotesque red smile that seemed almost too large. It wasn't moving. It just stood there, staring. Peter froze, his heart pounding. The clown tilted its head slowly, as if acknowledging him. Feeling a chill that had nothing to do with the summer air, Peter hurried back inside, locking the door behind him. He didn't say anything to his wife or daughter. By morning, the clown was gone, and Peter convinced himself it was a prank. But over the next week, others saw it too. Mrs. Delgado from across the street woke up one night to find her motion-activated porch light flickering on and off. Looking out her window, she saw the clown standing in her driveway, its face turned directly toward her bedroom window. It was holding something, a crumpled teddy bear, her grandson's teddy bear. She ran to wake her husband, but when they returned to the window, the clown was gone. The next morning, the teddy bear was on their front porch, its seams ripped open and stuffing spilling out. The sightings became more frequent. The clown would appear on front lawns and backyards or standing just at the edge of the woods that bordered the neighborhood. Always silent, always watching. Jessica spotted it one night while brushing her teeth, standing just outside the bathroom window. Its eyes, black and sunken, locked onto hers. She screamed, and her parents came running. By the time Peter checked, the clown was gone, leaving only a smear of something dark and oily on the window. The neighborhood became a fortress after that. Doors were bolted, curtains drawn tight. But the clown didn't care. One night, Ethan, Jessica's little brother, couldn't sleep. He'd overheard his parents arguing about the clown and wanted to prove he wasn't scared. Taking his flashlight, he crept to the front window and peeked through the curtains. The clown was there, standing at the base of their driveway, holding a single red balloon. This time, it wasn't smiling. Its face was still, its painted grin almost lifeless. Ethan's hand trembled as he aimed the flashlight. When the beam hit the clown, its head snapped to the side, the movement so sharp and unnatural it was as if its neck had broken. Then it raised a hand and pointed directly at him. Ethan dropped the flashlight and ran to wake his parents. When they came downstairs, the clown was gone. But etched into the glass of their front window, as if scratched with a knife, was a single word: hello. After that night, things escalated. Families reported finding strange items on their porches, broken toys, torn clothing, even Polaroid photos taken from outside their windows. The photos were always of them, sleeping. One neighbor, Mr. Carlson, swore he saw the clown standing inside his garage, just staring at him. The police increased their patrols, but the clown always vanished before they arrived. The officers found no footprints, no fingerprints, just the faint scent of something sickly sweet, like rotting candy. The night Jessica disappeared was the breaking point. She had been arguing with her mom about staying up late, slamming her bedroom door in frustration. When her mom went to check on her the next morning, she found the bed empty. The window was wide open, and on the windowsill was a single red balloon. The search for Jessica lasted weeks. Flyers went up, search parties combed the woods, and news vans lined the streets. But there was no trace of her. No body, no evidence. Just whispers of the clown, now burned into everyone's nightmares. Months later, Ethan woke up to a soft tapping sound on his bedroom window. He was too afraid to look, but the tapping grew louder, more insistent. Finally, he couldn't take it anymore and peeked through the curtain. The clown was there, its face pressed against the glass. Its grin had returned, wider than ever, the red paint smeared and cracked. In its hand, it held a Polaroid photo of Jessica. In the photo, she was alive but pale, her eyes wide with terror. She was tied to a chair in a dark, windowless room. Behind her, barely visible in the shadows, were rows of balloons, hundreds of them, their strings dangling like cobwebs. Ethan screamed, but when his parents rushed in, the clown was gone. The Polaroid, however, was left behind on the windowsill, the ink still wet. The family moved away not long after, but the clown didn't stop. Other neighborhoods began reporting similar sightings: red balloons, Polaroids, the faint scent of rotting candy. To this day, no one knows who or what the clown is. Some say it's a spirit, feeding on fear. Others believe it's a person, someone who learned how to disappear into the shadows. But one thing is certain. If you ever see a clown standing under a streetlight late at night, staring at your house, lock your doors, and don't look away. Because it's not just watching, it's waiting.